John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. We're in the Basement East in Nashville, and I'm with Chris Buck of Cardinal Black. Chris, hey man, I'm so glad that you're here.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
God, yeah, I've been a fan, I don't know, for years now. Found you on, social stuff, and God, man,
That's very kind of you. It's yeah, not going to be as long as I've been a fan of you guys.
Well,
I'm trying to play it cool, but this is a bucket list, man. So,
okay, great.
So cool.
Well, that's great. Well, okay, this guitar is the one I've seen you on the most part.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
So yeah, this is kind of number one, really. It's I guess it's the best part of 4 years old, actually. Just turned 4 years old. It looks considerably older. That's
high mileage.
High mileage, and the beauty of nitrocellulose, I think, to a degree. It was very kindly built for me by the Yamaha Custom Shop in Calabasas. Picked it up in NAMM, actually at NAMM 2020. So was kind of planning to get it out on the road straight away, and then obviously for the better part of 2 years, no gigs, but played it to death in the house. Did so much filming and recording on it, all that kind of time through lockdown and COVID. It's a high mileage guitar, and it's only got higher really with the amount of touring that we've done with Cardinal Black in the past kind of 2 years, I guess, since we were allowed out of the house again. But it was virtually new when I got it. There were a couple of kind of checking marks that I'd asked Yamaha to just kind of set it on its way a little bit. If anything's too new, it stares me. It just kind of scares me that I'm going to be the guy to put a ding in it. So if something's not necessarily pristine, more power to it. But all of the kind of wear, all of the the grime and everything else about it is very much genuine road wear.
So how is this different from, say, the one that somebody could go to Guitar Center and buy? Did they alter it a little bit from the original?
I think
design?
it was a great disappointment to them that my specs would pretty much just make me as is, straight off the shelf. I fell in love with a 502, which was pretty much this in terms of spec. Loved everything about it. Loved the neck profile. Loved the kind of the appointments of it, of the the wraparound, the 2P90s, three-way switch, volume and tone. Everything about the kind of off the shelf guitar was what I connected with. So when it came to actually speccing something, I didn't really want to deviate from that too much. So it's pretty much as you would have got. Obviously the Revstar, as it's on its kind of second iteration since then, they've changed it subtly. So there's slightly different neck kind of pocket. It's slightly bigger than newer ones, but I guess unbeknownst to me, they were kind of guinea pigging me a little bit in terms of this one's chambered, which is obviously a standard feature of all the new Revstars. So the only thing that actually differentiated this from the standard Revstar of the time was the fact that it was chambered. So it's pretty lightweight, and it's beautifully resonant as well. So clearly I love it.
Yeah, great. I reviewed one of the early ones, and I was shocked at how great that thing sounded.
They fly under the radar, I think, for whatever reason. I guess it's, Yamaha obviously such a big company that do so many things incredibly well. I guess, there's not necessarily the romance attached to, I don't know, something that was around in the 50s maybe. So I think it's a little bit of an uphill battle sometimes to try and convince people that a new guitar is, an option. But honestly, that was kind of, what made me fall in love with it in the first place was the fact that I saw it in a guitar store, and not only was it a new design, but it wasn't particularly derived from anything else. It's not an S-type, it's not a T-type, it's not a Les Paul, it's not any of those kind of newer guitar designs that we tend to see a lot of. It's very much its own thing. It's actually derived from a Superflighter, which was a Yamaha model in the 70s.
Right.
A little bit obscure, but as far as I knew, it was a kind of a new design entirely, and it consequently didn't have the baggage attached to it of a Strat or a Tele or a Les Paul or any of the kind of classic designs, Straight away I was going to be able to put my own stamp on it and be kind of indelibly associated, for better or for worse, with it. So
you really are. I mean, you are the guy you see playing that. I think, God, who is it? There's somebody else.
Matteo Mancuso?
Yes.
Yeah, the Italian. Yeah. He's terrifyingly good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There's players that inspire you, and there's players that make you want to put down the guitar forever. And he unfortunately falls into the latter category.
God. Yeah. Touched by the hand of God. Incredible.
Yeah. Two fingers of God, I think, in his case. It's like watching E.T. play guitar. So.
Right.
But he's incredible. He's a lovely guy as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Brilliant. And you went with the P90s, but I think, do they have a humbucker one as well?
They do, actually, yeah. I'm not sure what the current kind of lineup offers, to be honest. I've kind of lost touch with it a little bit since this has been my number one. But this was in terms of its appointments, was a standard option at the time, the 2P90s and the wrap over. But it's pretty much as it would have been off the shelf, save for the nitrocellulose. Obviously that wasn't the colour that they were offering. So I love the idea of a gold top.
So did you requested a gold top?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about your 52 Les Paul.
Yeah.
A gold top is honestly my kind of bucket list.
Right.
Assuming that a lottery win is not on the horizon, I'm not sure how likely any of it's likely to be. You know, a burst would be lovely, but again, I think I'd probably have to sell my firstborn and some consecutive borns as well. So a gold top is my kind of dream guitar. So, you know, in terms of its spec and its, you know, everything else, it was kind of my attempt to get as close as to golden era gold top.
Yeah, well, you know what? Someday you'll probably have one, and you'll probably like this one better.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
You know.
It's a cliche, I guess, but this is probably the guitar which I've, you know, kind of felt most at home with in my life, I guess. It very much does feel like an extension of me at this point. You know, purely because of the amount of miles put on it. You know, the amount of shows, the amount of touring, the amount of recording, everything that we've done to date has involved this guitar so heavily. It's me at this point. So.
Yeah.